Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to do a video that's going to be different from the rest of my videos. Today I will actually be doing a video on how to make a pot roast in the crock pot. So I already have everything set up and I'm about to begin. So if you're interested, stay tuned. If you're not, you're already here, so you might as well stay. Okay, so I have my chuck pot roast meat. I did put it in the refrigerator last night so it could be not frozen, so I don't have to defrost it. My pot roast is about 2 pounds. You can go with up to 3 pounds, but I'm just gonna go with two because I know we don't like to eat leftovers for so long. So this is what I have. So in a pan, I just added enough oil to cover the pan just to brown the meat on both sides. I put the meat on, I think about 7 or 8, but eventually I did move it down towards about medium heat to brown it. So while the meat is browning, I'm going to begin cutting my vegetables. I'm going to use about 3 stalks of celery. I'm going to probably use that whole bag of potatoes, and I'm going to cut up 1 whole onion. And I'm going to go rinse these off, and then I'm going to get started on cutting. And our meat is cooking. We're just waiting for it to get brown, and then we're going to flip it over and cook that side. I know watching me cut might make some of y'all cringe because I'm left-handed, but I also use my right hand, which is called ambidextrous. And then I'm also trying to not be in the way of the angle, so just ignore that. Cut the way you cut, and whatever. I was originally going to only use 3 stalks of celery, but I did cut up one more, so I used 4 stalks of celery. So I used 1.5 cup of beef broth. Then I added about 4 tablespoons of the red wine vinegar. You couldn't see it in the shot. And then I do 2 tablespoons of tomato paste and then 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. Then I went in with 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, if that's how you say it. Next, I added in 1/4 cup of flour. If you want your gravy to be thicker, you could add in more. If you don't want it thick at all, you can use about this amount that I'm putting in. So you're gonna whisk that up together. I just used a fork because I couldn't find my whisker. But if there's anything else you want to add to your sauce, you can add it now or you can add it in later. I'm going to add it in later once I see how it's tasting, once it's done cooking for a while. Almost forgot about the potatoes, so we're gonna cut that up. I have most of my potatoes, but I did have some more potatoes in the bag that you don't see in this shot, and I left those ones whole. So I obviously cleaned them off already, and then I'm gonna cut them all up, and then I'm gonna add it to my bowl of all the vegetables I already cut up. Actually, I don't think I showed it in any of the clips, but I also have some baby carrots. If you didn't buy the baby carrots, you can cut your carrots up into the amount you want. Most people use about 3 carrots, so I just used 14 pieces of the baby carrots and just added it to the bowl as well. So now I'm adding my vegetables into the crock pot. I did end up taking out some of the onions that were in there and mixing up the vegetables just so I can make sure
I have enough room in there for my meat. My crock pot isn't that big, so I just wanted to make sure I had enough space. So now I'm adding my brown beef into the pot, and then I add the gravy on top of it just to make sure it's getting through the meat and the vegetables. The little chunks you see is the garlic, so just ignore that. And then I do go in and add those vegetables back to the crock pot because there's enough room for it. And then I add the two beef bouillons, or however you say it, to my pot. And then I just cover my crock pot, and I do have the crock pot set on high, so I'm gonna leave it alone for about 4 hours, and then I'm gonna come back. So now I took the meat out of the crock pot and I'm cutting it up. I'm just showing you that it's fully cooked. And yes, this is the meat container. And yes, I did clean it. Please don't try to cancel me. So I added a generous amount of the Slap Your Mama. And then I add some paprika. I didn't add too much because I'm not trying to make it spicy. So now I'm just stirring it, checking it to see if it looks like it's done. Okay, so the food is ready now, and I just got my plate. I put some white rice inside of it, and this is how it looks. Okay, so I'm gonna taste it real quick. It's still hot, it's smoking. Okay, so it tastes real good. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little worried that that red wine vinegar was gonna mess it up. Halfway through, I tasted it and I really didn't like it. It was just too much of a vinegar taste. Um, so I did add some cumin to it, and that balanced out that taste. And I didn't show the other seasonings that I put in there because that's up to you based on your preference. Um, I added Slappy Mama, some cumin, some seasoning salt, and a whole bunch of peppers and some of the roasted crushed peppers and paprika. The food isn't spicy, although a lot of those things are spicy. I didn't add too much that it would overpower, just enough to balance out that vinegar taste. Um, if you follow the directions and you don't like the vinegar taste, just skip the red wine vinegar or use less of it. I'm really content with the way this came out, away from we just ate and so I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Comment below if you have a similar recipe or if your recipe is different. Let me know what you do. It took about 5 hours to cook this. By the time I put it in the crock pot, it was about 12:50, and I took it out around 6:05. So it didn't take long to cook, and I had it on high, so that also could be why. I think they said it could take like 8 to 7 hours if you cook it on low. So I hope you all enjoy. Let me know if you want to see more cooking videos. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye.